Warning: if the topic of psychological manipulation and emotional enslavement of women offends you, I want you to stop watching this video. And if you want to continue, you must agree never to use this knowledge to hurt women. Deal? Great. Let's start. Look, this video is going to be controversial for sure. It's going to get some hate comments, but who gives a crap? I've always been a purveyor of cold, unvarnished truth when it comes to dating and seduction, and that's not going to change anytime soon. First things first, I didn't invent this technique. And like probably 90% of everything you watch here on my channel, the knowledge comes from Derek Rake and his seminal program, the Shogun Method, which I highly recommend. Derek has got more boyfriend destroyer techniques than you can shake a stick at, but at the core of each of these tactics is this basic structure. Step number 1, get her to picture the perfect guy. Step number 2, get her to compare the boyfriend to the perfect guy. Step number 3, fractionate her. Now let's go through each of these steps in detail. The first step is simply create a picture of the perfect guy in her mind. To do this, ask her this question. Just imagine that you can be with anyone in this world, anyone at all. Can you see him now in your mind? Tell me, how would he look like? Also, how would you feel when you were with him? It's also useful to get her to name this perfect guy. I'll let you know why later. The second step is to make her compare her boyfriend to the perfect guy. Here comes the insidious part in this technique. Now, at every opportunity you can get, you want to make her compare her boyfriend to the imagery of the perfect guy that you already induced her to create in her mind. Let's say she has named the perfect guy Charles. Imagine she complains about her boyfriend. Bruno is so insensitive to my feelings. He has stopped paying attention to how I feel ever since we hooked up. You can then say, how would Charles treat you then? She might answer, Charles would treat me so much better. He will listen to me and try to understand how I feel before mouthing off, quite unlike Bruno. And guess what? He'll also leave the toilet seat up. Repeat this a couple of times, and she might just tip over and even start loathing the fact that she's attached to a prick like Bruno. Evil, isn't it? Well, I did say it's not going to be pretty, did I? The final step is to finish him off using a technique called fractionation. So let's say you've done a couple of rounds of making her compare her boyfriend with Charles, the perfect guy. You can then seal the deal using fractionation, a mind control technique which is designed to make a woman feel emotionally addicted to you. What you need to do is to get her to go through an emotional roller coaster so that she becomes vulnerable to your advances after you destroy her boyfriend. When used correctly, fractionation can get a woman under your control, enslave her, and make her fall in love with you far quicker than the usual pickup artist tricks. I have to warn you, though, that it is not possible to undo the effects of fractionation. Once you have enslaved a woman using this technique, dumping her will cause irreparable damage to her psychology. Therefore, please use this technique responsibly and ethically. To learn how you can use the Shogun Method and fractionation to manipulate a woman's mind and enslave her to you emotionally, go to fractionationhypnosis.com or click on this link right now.